that you're all doing well. I apologize that it's been a little bit since I've posted, but there's been things going on that I will catch you up on right now. I did get a comment that the lighting in my videos is a bit harsh, so I'm trying something new for this one. I really can only film in my bedroom, and there's only one overhead light, and I don't have any lamps at the moment. So I'm doing my best to figure out some kind of lighting situation that's not the overhead light, but I have my overhead light off, I have the hallway light on, and I have my iPad open behind me, or I guess in front of me, so that you can see me better, because it was a bit too dark without it, but now it's kind of only making like this side of it bright, and now I have this shadow, but I'll mess around with it a bit more, but it would be really helpful if you could let me know. Oh, it would be helpful if my hair didn't look awful. If you like this type of lighting better than what my videos have been, and if you do, I will continue to try to not use the overhead light and make it a bit darker, but still where you can see me, which is kind of impossible, but I'll figure something out. Okay, anyway, if I keep looking at the lighting, I'm gonna go insane, but I want to talk about what's been going on. Just basically do a little story time. I went to New York for a little weekend trip with my sisters. It was one of my sister's birthday, so we thought it'd be fun to go to New York. I live in Boston, she lives in Rhode Island. New York was about maybe 3.5 hours away. We ended up taking a train, and it was just pure coincidence that my other sister was also going to be in New York City. She does live in New York, but not in New York City, so it was just pure chance that she was going to be there the same weekend that we were planning on going, so we all met up. It was really fun. We left super early Saturday morning to go. I woke up at not 1, not 2, but 3 in the morning in order to get to the train on time. So that was not fun because I went to bed at midnight. So I was going off of basically no sleep. So anyway, we get on the train, we finally get to the city, and I have been to New York City before, but I went my senior year of high school, which was 2020, so 5 years ago, and whenever I went before spring break of my senior year, which was right before, kind of right in the midst of when COVID was hitting, so literally everything in New York shut down while I was in New York, because I was planning on seeing a Broadway play, and Broadway shut down the day that I was going to buy the ticket, so that was really sad. And then I didn't end up really getting to do much after everything shut down, which like is fair. But so it was after everything shut down, so it was really nice to be able to go again and get to like experience New York more fully. I finally get the chance to go to Broadway and see a play, and I actually saw not one, but two different plays. So on Saturday night, no, I'm lying. Oh wait, I just lied about everything. I didn't leave. Did I say that I left Friday or Saturday morning? I left Friday morning. Both me and my sister had off from work because it was Easter weekend on Friday. So we left Friday morning, got to New York Friday morning. Maybe around like 9-ish. And we immediately went to the box office and got tickets for the Friday night showing of and Juliet. They didn't have any seats together. So we ended up getting seats directly behind each other, which was really fun actually, because we could see each other and we would just turn around and we talked during the intermission. But it was so good. Oh my gosh, I really enjoyed it. I didn't know anything about the plot of it except that it was about Juliet not dying and like what she did with her life after. And I knew that Charlie D'Amelio was in it, so I was really excited to see her. But other than that, I didn't know anything about it, and it was so good. It was really long. It was like 3 hours and 40 minutes or something. No, 2 hours and 40, 3 hours. 40. 2 hours and 40? No. 3 hours? Maybe it was joking. This is really bad for me. Okay, it was around 3 hours, I think. But it was so good. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought everyone was amazing. Everyone's voices were amazing. All the dancing was amazing. The plot was really good. There was a lot of really funny moments. I actually just saw that Joey Fatone is playing one of the characters for like a short period of time, I think right now. And so I'm like, oh, that would have been really cool to see Joey Fatone. But I can't remember the actor's name that I saw. He was amazing. So like no regrets at all. Absolutely loved it. I wish I could go again and see Joey Fatone in the role. But then after it ended, oh my gosh, me and my sister went to the stage door to like chat with the actors and get our playbill signed. I actually have it with me. Oops. At the end, a bunch of confetti is like thrown into the air, and I got some pieces and put them in my playbill. And I forgot about that, so these just fell out, but I'll put them back in. Okay, so this is my playbill, and it was so crazy. So many of the actors came out, and they were all so incredibly sweet. And I was like literally just awestruck seeing them. It actually makes some really good sounds. Every single person was incredibly kind. And I was so grateful that they came out and took the time to say hi, to sign things. I think this sounds so good. Okay. I'm going to jump to one aspect of what we did on Saturday, and then I'll fill in the gaps after. But Saturday morning, we just kind of ended up on Broadway again, like the street. So we were like, let's see if we can get box office tickets for John Proctor's The Villain. And we wait in the line, and we get it was a pretty long line, so we weren't very hopeful that there would be anything left, especially not seats together. But we get to the front of the line, and I think it was really helpful because we were trying to see the matinee and not the 8 p.m. show, or maybe it's 7 p.m., the one at night. And we were able to get tickets. We were so excited. We got tickets for the 1 o'clock show, and so we went, and it was so incredible. Oh my gosh, the play was so incredible. It was actually just announced that it was nominated for 7 Tony Awards, which is like so deserved. It was so good. There were so many like deeply emotional, but then also really funny and just really relatable moments in it, and I think it did such a good job of like really portraying the like female experience, the female friendship dynamics. It like had so many deep conversations and layers in it, and it was so moving to watch, and I would highly recommend it. All the acting was phenomenal. Everyone was absolutely incredible in it, and it was just like, it was a really heavy play, but it was like an absolute must see. I loved every second of it, and I'm so happy that we ended up seeing it, because this one I had literally no idea what the plot was at all. I didn't know anything about it. I had only seen a little snippet, little tiny like trailer of it that was posted to their Instagram, and so I really knew nothing. But it was so good, and we did go to the stage door again after, and we got to see a couple of the actors, but we had to catch our train back. We wanted to be on the 4 o'clock train, and this was the 1 o'clock show, and we got out at 3. We still had to go back to the hotel, get all of our stuff, and then go back to Grand Central Station. So we were so pressed for time, and unfortunately we had to leave before all the actors came out, which was so sad because they were all incredible, and I really would have loved to like see them all, get to like thank them or something, and get their signatures. Like, that would have been really cool, but we really had to go, and if we didn't, you best believe we would have been sat there waiting. There was so many people, it was like really hard to get in line, but this is the playbill. Everybody got a free poster for the matinee. I think they were doing like a spirit week type thing, so a handful couple of the shows got different posters, and I actually do plan on hanging mine up, but I'm going to be switching rooms in my house because my roommate's moving out and our room is bigger, so I'm not hanging anything up right now, but I am gonna hang up my playbills and that poster, and it was really cool to see the people we get to see. I really love the way this sounds. Okay. So those were the two Broadway plays that I got to see. Other than that, what did we do? Okay, I'm gonna try to think in order. Friday, we got there, got the Broadway tickets, and then we had to check our bags with some like bounce service at a hotel that we weren't staying at because my other sister, had booked the reservation and she wasn't gonna get to New York until like 4, and this was like 10 in the morning, so we just checked our bags there. And then we were hungry, so we went to this super cute breakfast / brunch place called Sarah Beth's, and it was really good actually. I really enjoyed. I got a French toast. I love breakfast food. It's probably my favorite meal of the day. I also love pasta, breakfast food, and Italian food. Those are my favorites. So good. It was crazy because there was an incredibly long line, like wait of people into this restaurant. But then we walk up to the host and we just said it was 2. And then we got to sit right away. So I guess all of the parties were bigger than ours, but that was really nice because we were stressed that it was going to be a long wait and we were starving. Literally so hungry. Starving. And that place was right below Central Park. So after we ate, we went and walked around Central Park. And I actually recreated a video I had made 5 years prior. So that was kind of fun. And we went to the Friends Fountain, which they were doing construction on, so the photos weren't very pretty, but we still saw it. And I know it's technically not the Friends Fountain because the one where they filmed is in California, I believe. But something about it, like the one in California is a replica of the one in New York. Something like that. So we went there. And then we went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. And first of all, my tickets are expensive, let me say. And I've been to Met before, my sister hasn't, so she really wanted to go. And whenever I went in 2020, they were doing like a lot of, construction / renovations to it, so a lot of it was closed off, so it was cool to go and like actually get to see the whole thing without anything being shut down. So we saw that, which was really cool, and we ended up actually getting so fucking lost. We were trying to exit for like 20 minutes and we could not find our way out of there. Eventually we did, but we were really struggling for a while, and it was like to the point where we were getting so claustrophobic. We were like, let me out, let me out. And could we have asked for help, for directions? Absolutely. Did we? No, we did not. We did not. Also, we were in line for tickets. I thought I saw Jordan Rogers and JoJo. I don't remember her last name, but they met on The Bachelorette and got engaged, and I believe they're still engaged. I don't think they've gotten married yet, but I thought I saw them in line behind us. It was not them. That was just a funny thing that happened. And yes, so that was the Met. I think after the Met we went to the hotel, met up with my other sister and her partner, and then we all went to dinner. No, wait, I'm lying to you. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Okay. Let me think. I know I got coffee, but did I get coffee before or after Central Park? Okay, so I think after breakfast, actually, when we were walking towards Central Park, we stopped at a coffee shop so I could get coffee, because the coffee I got at the breakfast place was like tiny. It was so small, I was not gonna cut it. So I went to, I don't remember actually what the name of it was. I don't know, at some point in the day I got coffee. Went to Central Park, went to the Met. We went to the hotel, checked in. Then we went to this vegan restaurant for dinner, and I'll be so honest, I did not like my food. The place was fine, the place had good vibes. My sisters liked their food. I'm a picky eater though, so it's more on me than the restaurant. That's like fine. It got the job done. I just didn't like really enjoy it. But so we ate, and then we went to this book club bar, which was so cool. I loved it. I don't know if they have those in Boston, but I'm going to find out because the vibes were immaculate. I had to get more coffee before the play because I was so tired. But I got coffee, and it was like, you can get coffee, you can get alcohol, you can buy books, and you can just sit in there and read. You can talk about books. It was so fun. Loved it. Then we went to the play, and you heard how that went. We went to Angeliette. Then we went home and crashed. Not home, we went to the hotel and crashed. And then Saturday morning, oh, my sister wanted to walk around Greenwich Village. Well, she really wanted to walk around brownstones, and I was under the impression that there were brownstones in Greenwich Village, but we didn't see any, so that didn't work out. But we went to Greenwich Village, and walked around there. We saw the Washington Square Park, Washington. I don't know, there was like some big arches at Washington Square Park. It was something. We ended up being on a college campus for a short amount of time. Was it NYU? I don't remember. So we were there. I went to a coffee shop to get some more coffee. It was called like Coffee RX or something. It was really good. I liked it. And then we then we went to Broadway, got the box office tickets. Then we met up with my other sister and got breakfast. Where did we go? Maybe I'm lying again. What did we do? What did we do for breakfast on Saturday? Okay, I think I'm not remembering correctly. So we went to Greenwich Village. I got coffee. We went to Broadway, and then we met. My sister had called me while we were in line to get tickets at the box office, asking if I wanted to meet at the New York Public Library. So then we got on the subway, and we arrived at the library, but my sister had went the wrong direction on the subway, and then she was going the right direction, but she was going to the wrong library. So then she had to change directions, ended up going the wrong direction on the subway, and then she finally gets to the library. I'm like, hey, where are you? She was at the wrong branch of the library. And then she had to get back on the subway. No, actually, I think she just walked like 15 minutes to the correct branch, but we were able to walk around. I don't remember what it was called, but there was like a park behind the New York Public Library, and there was a lot of vendors out, so it was like a cool little vibe going. And then while we were in the library waiting for her, the fire alarm went off, and I was in the bathroom, so I was like, oh my god, is there like an actual fire? So like I rush out, and no one is leaving the library, and the security guards were like, we don't know if it's real or if like just someone's kid pulled it. So they weren't making anybody leave, and it was going on for a while, but they were still letting people in, and then it just stopped, and it was fine. And then my sister got there. We really had wanted to see, they had like a special rare items collection going on, so we went there. It was really cool. There was a lot of really old stuff in there. And then a protest started forming as we were leaving the library, so that was just crazy timing, and it was hard to get out of there, but we had to go back to Broadway in order to catch the play, but we both needed food beforehand, so we had to stop and get some food. I got New York pizza. What was this place called? Like Little Italy's Pizza. So I falsely assumed that it was in Little Italy. It wasn't, it was just called that, but the pizza was delicious, 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 delicious. And then we went to the play, which was so good. You heard about that. And then we had to race back to the hotel. And then we got to Grand Central Station and got on the train home. And then we slept for so incredibly long. So much sleep was needed after that crazy weekend. But yes, that was insane, but so fun, and it really got me and my sister kind of hooked on Broadway. We like are trying to figure out when we can go back to New York City and like what other plays we should see. If you have any recommendations of ones to check out, let me know. But yeah, that was all. I just wanted to give you a fun little story time of what I was up to, and it was so crazy and so hectic, and I've just been getting back into the swing of things, but I hope that this was relaxing. I feel like it was a bit more fast and chaotic than I usually do, and that wasn't intended.